So we know we sent that image data up to the UNS, but how did we actually get that up to Google Vision to be analyzed?
Yeah, so that part, then we had a chance to take a look at, okay, let's do a little bit of research to see what type of AI engines are out there. And Google Vision AI was one that was very simple to understand because, I mean, it is Google, and they do have very good documentation. So it took a little bit of research to find out, but if you go to the Google pages, I mean, it kind of gives you how you can interact with it. In this case, Google Vision AI allows you to use something called RESTful APIs. It's just an API on the cloud.
You know,
that
it's a
allows
JSON payload, yeah. I do.
Jason, wasn't that part of a movie, horror movie?
Yeah, so in this
You
case.
understand it, though.
Yeah,
Okay.
this makes sense.
As long as he understands it.
Right.
I got to make my plant better and make more money.
Yeah, so in this case, the Google Vision AI has the capability to do a face detection and tells us a bunch of things according whether a person's wearing a hat, if there's anything in the background, and that. For this type of POC, we focus on whether somebody's wearing a hat or not, right?
Okay.
So here, the Google Vision AI pretty much gives us exactly, hey, give me the data like this, and I'll give you a response back, okay? So for these, we look at our toolbox and we have something called OPC Router. And in OPC Router, give me a second.
Man.
No, there we go. So
I hope you guys weren't going to crash and burn in front of me.
yeah. So
I've seen a lot of demos in my career.
Yeah. So what OPC Router allows you to do is pretty much use the capabilities of connecting to your broker via MQTT and then consume that image from the UNS, right? And then allows us to pretty much consume RESTful API. In this case, we're just doing what they call a post to that Google API to be able to pass that image and get a response back, okay? So it's fairly simple how you set that up. I mean, this is just configuration data. Hey, give me the parameters on how to access the UNS. I configure that. For the RESTful, pretty similar again, just give me the endpoint. Google gives you all this in the documentation I was showing you earlier. And then the next thing is, okay, let's go ahead and start setting things up, how the flow of data is gonna go. So one of the cool parts about OPC Router is that everything, it really focuses on doing this no-code, low-code type of thing, where it allows you to map data, okay? So the first object that we use here is pretty much an MQTT trigger. This is just a subscriber. Hey, let me read the data out of the UNS. That's pretty much what it's doing. And if you see here, the topic or the data we're trying to read is that image that we push in with Data Hub. OPC Router has a lot of capabilities, and one of them is to be able to take that JSON payload and transform that data, okay? So this is pretty much what we're getting from the UNS. We use the JSON transform capabilities of OPC Router, and then we literally just create a JSON. This is what Google AI needs it as. And as you see here, we're just passing that, hey, give me a face detection. And this is what I was showing you earlier in their documentation. That's exactly what they needed, okay? So once we do that, then we use the REST client object where we tell it, hey, here's pretty much what I need you to do, and we're passing you an image, is a post. Obviously, our access key is passing that request. And then OPC Router waits for that response from Google AI, and it gives us a very detailed analysis. So, I mean, you can see here, this is what we're getting back from Google AI.
That's a big payload.
Exactly. It is very large payload. But here's what we're interested on, because Google AI gives you a bunch of other things that it's looking at. So like detection confidence and whether somebody's wearing a hat or not or any other stuff. But for this one, again, we're focused on that hat, right?
Anger is what I'm going to be if you charge me too much for this.
Yeah, we'll talk about that at the end. And then the next thing is pretty much we got the JSON write objects and read objects that allows you to just take a JSON file, just drop it in there, and then just create parameters. So you don't have to work with a complex JSON file
Okay.
Although some people will agree it's not that complex,
Makes
but
sense.
Yep.
we're
this looks
trying to
good.
make it as
Looks
simple
easy.
as possible. Yeah.
So even you can do it, Wayne.
I can do this, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and then once we get that, and all we're doing with those JSON transfer objects is, again, just absorb the parameters we're interested in, and then pushing it back to the UNS. So we can leverage that interaction we have with the UNS that we created earlier with Data Hub, so that we can now create this entire thing and make it do what we're looking for in doing. And the last thing, what we try to do is pretty much monitor on whether Google AI tells us, hey, yeah, somebody's wearing a hat, somebody is not. And what OPC Router allows us to do is pretty much trigger an event in case something comes. So in this case, we're sending that status to a global variable within OPC Router. And in a second connection, we're monitoring on whether that value changed or not. So if this value pretty much changed and is a false, meaning nobody's wearing a hat, we're going to be sending through the UNS the data to be displayed on the board, as well as the status that is going to set that light either green or red. Simple?
Looks good.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, so that's pretty much how we
What was
get
that?
that.
I saw something
Yeah.
script back there. I didn't think we needed code, man.
Oh, yeah.
But Walker
So-
told us you can't make a good solution without some code.
Yeah, so initially we left it here. It was a simple if-else statement.
Okay.
But we figure a way to do it without any code. So it does have
okay.
a transfer object called
So you can do it
formulas.
either way.
And it has functions where it basically allows you to search for text and then just gives you true or false.
Well,
So
he's a
this is the
software
same
engineer. He likes to
solution.
write code.
Yeah. So this is a solution without any code. But yes, the scripting object is there in very custom cases that gives you the entire C# capability, so you can actually script or make more complex decisions. If,
So when I
if
throw some
something cannot be
curveball at
natively.
you during final implementation, if we decide to do this,
I'll write some
figure that
C# code. We'll figure it out.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Exactly.
All right, let's
Yep.
keep going because our audience only got so
So
much time.
I guess the last part will be to do a system test. And so
Okay.
if you guys
So you want me to
step
take
in
my
front-
hard hat off?
Yeah.
Let's see if
yeah.
this
Okay.
works. Oh,
There you go, and you can put it back on.
no hat, line stop. Oh,
Can we
Yeah.
see the data in the UNS too?
Yes, we can
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
see
Let me get
that.
in
So
there
if
and
we
try
go
it.
to
Yeah,
the
sure.
UNS, you'll
They
get
might
to
have
see
rigged
this.
this with you, engineer.
You get
Oh,
to
I
see
know.
this change live. So this is again the namespace where we're publishing the data under, and you get to see that pretty much just changing live.
Just saying I'm unhappy?
Yeah. So we actually, Google tells you that. This is a pretty cool detail. It tells you whether you're happy or not.
It
So
worked, Win.
That's cool.
if you want to see if your linemen are happy, there we go. You can use
Okay.
Google AI for that.
All right. Well, that's really cool. Thank you. Ryan, where do we go from here?
Yeah, so obviously this was a proof of concept, so
Yeah.
there are other considerations we would of course want to make, such as how can we reduce the number of images being sent up to Google Vision AI, just because that's per message, right?
Okay.
What if more than one person's in the camera? What if one
mean like
person's
this?
wearing our hard hat, one person's not?
Oh, guess it doesn't like me.
Yeah. And then, of course, if there's any, that was a massive payload, obviously, from Google. If there's anything else in there that would be useful to your business. So